What's going on, y'all, and welcome back. So I got a new microphone, so hopefully the audio is a little bit better. You might hear like a sound in the background. It's because it's cold and I got heaters running. Today we are going to paint our camera stabilizer, and I'm gonna go with a flat black on this one. I got this out of my shed. It's high heat. Says resist heat up to 12,000 degrees. So for any reason I get this up to 12,000 degrees, the whole thing might melt down, but at least the paint will still be there. But it may give it a good protection against warping or heat when it's in my truck in the summertime. So that's always a good news. But you know, when you're doing activities and things like this, sometimes you don't have the money to go out and buy things you need. And you can look around your house or in your garage or whatever, in your shop, and just see what you have on hand. And sometimes you'll come across things that you forgot you had, and that happens to me a lot. I went out looking for spray paint in my shed, and I wasn't finding any at first, and then I remembered a bucket that I'd stuffed a whole bunch of paint in, and voila, high heat. It's black Rust-Oleum, so it's a good paint. But first things first, this setup really nice and tight. It's real snug. You could probably park a small pickup on it, I'd imagine. That's just how good it is. But I'm going to mask off the nut right here where the camera sits, and I'm going to take all these little stickers off with my knife and my fingernail and prep it, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I got all the stickers off of this thing for the most part. This thing was more stickered up than one of those guys' van that puts hashtag van life and everything he does. Really, it had a lot of stickers on it. But now what I'm going to do, give me just a second, I'll be right back. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this thing with a 320 grit sandpaper from the Orbital sander, and it's not really going to, you know, take anything off of it for the most part, but it is going to make the surface just a hair rough, and it'll get some of the sticker residue off and stuff, and it'll help the paint stick a little better. Okay, I got that done. It's sanded now, and you can feel like it's not as smooth now. There's little scratches and scrapes all over it, and that's really what I was looking for too. With the sandpaper, taking the sandpaper to it. So I'm going to take this towel back here and wipe it off. And if there's any kind of dust or residue on it from sanding, it shouldn't hurt it that much. So that's always a good thing. Get the residue off and the dust. That way your paint will stick real good. And then I think I'm going to suck it up and step out in the cold and give this thing a coat of paint. So I'm going to tape that bolt off and we'll do that. Okay, so it's raining outside and I don't feel like trying to paint something in the rain. I also don't have a porch, so I mean I do, but it doesn't have good lighting. I need really good lighting, so I kind of made a makeshift paint station here by hanging this towel, and it'll kind of keep everything from splashing because I'm going to be spraying that way. And if your view looks a little funny, it's because I took a piece of cellophane and stretched it over the lens, so sorry about any of the glare or drop in resolution, but yeah, we'll just do with what we can, and hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. And as always, it says to be in a well ventilated area when you're painting. Obviously that's kind of common sense, but it's a cabin, so it's got some ventilation. There's holes everywhere, and then I have my respirator, so we're good. Everything should be good to go. So yeah, let's get to painting. So the next step is to put the handles back on, the foam handles that I made, and do something with those. So I'm thinking about taking zip ties and kind of creating like a wave by cinching them down on it, and then maybe covering it with some cloth or some leather or something later. So we might do that, but for now I just kind of want to get them fastened on there, that way they're not moving around, so I'm probably going to use zip ties for that. Anyways, I'm going to step out for a little bit, turn the fans on, and exhaust the building, so I'd come in here and not die, and that'd be fantastic. So yeah, stick around, and we're going to try to finish this thing up. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. Okay, so it's pretty dry now, and it came out with this awesome like matte black color, and I really dig it. I like it a lot. So the next step is to secure the handles, And I'll put this down like this so you can actually see what's going on. So yeah, we're going to secure some handles. And we got zip ties. Every year for Christmas, my grandma, she always puts the certain things in our stockings. And of course, on my mom's side of the family, we always go to my grandma's for Christmas. It's also her birthday, so we just celebrate it all in one big bam. And every year she puts zip ties, a roll of duct tape, gloves, a can of WD-40, toothbrush, toothpaste, and socks. Every year, it never fails. So, I always know I'm going to get the same thing for Christmas, and it really comes in handy because most of the time, by Christmas, I'm definitely out of those items, and socks have holes in them. So, very grateful for my grandmother. Very grateful that she gets those gifts for me every year. I thoroughly enjoy them. Yeah, that's nice. A lot of people aren't privileged to be able to spend Christmas with their grandparents, their loved ones. Some people live in different states and stuff, and I feel lucky and thankful to be able to spend those special holidays with my family. And the ones that have passed, I'm thankful for all the moments I got to spend with them too. So, but you never know what's on the other side. Might be something a whole lot better than what we have now. Of course, with a beautiful wife like mine and two wonderful children like I have, I couldn't ask for it to get any better, honestly. But you never know. You never know what lies on the other side. I got these really sucked down good, so I don't know what's gonna happen with them, but and I apologize for the mess in the studio. It's awful right now. I've been using it as a shop the past few days, so you do what you do, man. Life's a garden, you gotta dig it, you know what I'm saying? Joe Dirt? Any Joe Dirt fans out there? Drop it in the comments. If you're a Joe Dirt fan, just say, dang! Give me a quote from Joe Dirt, make me laugh. And I'm going through comments. Love Joe Dirt. One of my cousin's favorite movies when we were younger. We watched it a hell of a lot more than we should have. But the same thing goes with the Dukes of Hazzard. We watched Dukes of Hazzard every day growing up. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that on the internet. It offends people. Even though it was a show about two country boys just trying to make a living and beat the law, crooked southern law enforcement. And that might seem like something crazy, but in the South, in rural areas and rural communities, people get away with a lot more, especially back then, the 70s and stuff. So it's kind of a good depiction of reality at the time. and in some ways not such a good depiction. But it's dated. It is a good show though. I used to sit when I was a little kid with my dad in the recliner every night when I was younger, and we'd watch MASH and the Dukes of Hazzard and eat popcorn. It's one of my earliest memories of my childhood. Sitting and watching Dukes of Hazzard and MASH with my dad back in the 90s when they still came on all the time. Alright, so I'm going to clip on these now. Try to get them as close as I can to the cinch lock. That way I don't cut my fingers up or nothing. I got pretty tough skin. I grew up in the woods. So, well, pretty much. I spent a lot of time in the woods. I'll say that much. Okay. There it is. With its matte black finish. Now, I can think of only one thing it needs. The last one of its kind. I don't know if it'll stick or not, but I'm hoping it does. These things are rugged. These are the best stickers I've ever bought in my life. They come from a company called Sticker Mule. I ordered them online, and man, oh man, do they stick. Honestly, I've given a lot of stickers out over the past couple years to friends and people when I want them to follow my channel or subscribe, and they I've seen one of my friends has them on his water bottle, and he uses it every day. And all the other stickers that he put on there are white now. They're completely gone, but all the ones he got from me, they're still there and just as colorful and pretty. So there it is. Into the Trail Studios. That is the studios where I film and work on everything YouTube. So there it is, folks. It's finished for now. Still got some things I want to do to it, but it looks a lot better than all that white plastic and all that white plastic with PVC and all those stickers. So, yep. I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to subscribe. And I have to remind you again because it's just ingrained in me now to tell you to subscribe. But anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later. There it is. Don't forget to check out my other videos and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Maybe I could have done something differently. Give me some new ideas. I like the feedback. Thank y'all, and we'll see y'all on the other end of the trail.